Hello everyone, my name is Lawrence and today I'm going to be answering one of the questions that was recently asked to me by one of my followers. Actually, it's not only my followers, but most of the people when I'm talking to them and I want them to start investing or buying shares in stock market is one of the questions that I'm most of the time, actually several times, asked to answer. And in general terms, I'm sure some of you also might be having on your minds the same question, and the question goes, how much money do you need to start investing in stock market? So before I answer this question, I have a video that actually encouraged me to also start investing in stock market. I'm sure it is going to give you one or two answers regarding this question. So let us watch it.
Not long ago, I met Earl Crawley.
Hey, how you doing?
But everyone here calls him Mr. Earl.
Yeah, we can talk about some finances.
He's worked as an attendant at this parking lot in Baltimore for 44 years.
So you really think it's going to improve the gas?
Funny thing though, everyone was asking Mr. Earl about money.
Nickel and dime, nickel and dime.
That's right. Is that booth his pulpit where he's preaching the gospel of investing?
Sure is. He makes my day every time I see him.
Oh, come on now, seriously. Investing?
How you like that gold now?
670.
Earl told me he's never made more than $12 an hour. Never earned more than $20,000 a year.
How you doing?
So how could he know something about corporate
Spider's
profits?
gonna get you.
I had to pry.
So Earl, what's your net worth?
$500,000.
$500,000
Yeah,
from working here.
working here.
That's amazing.
A last statement.
And there it is in his statements, over $500,000 net worth on a parking lot wage. Now Mr. Earl had my full attention. How did he do it?
Stop working so hard and let the money work for you.
Earl's first lesson came at age 13. His mother had him working the fruit stalls to help pay the family bills. He got to keep just a few quarters for himself.
From the time my mother started taking my money that I earned on Lexington Market, that it wasn't money just to be thrown away. It was there to be used.
Economics aside, Earl had another obstacle to overcome.
Tebow is
He tells me he's dyslexic. Back in the 50s, that meant settling for a life of low-wage manual labor jobs. So Earl figured he'd better sock away what little money he was making. It was just $1 here and $1 there, starting with savings stamps, and that led to savings bonds. At 26, he got married. And by the late 60s, Earl was feeding 3 children on a meager $80 a week.
It was tough, but because we had to sacrifice a lot.
And the budget only got tighter when Earl and Beverly opted to send their kids to Catholic school instead of public school, which was free. Earl took extra jobs to pay the tuition, and you better believe he made every penny count.
Elementary school, I would ask for lunch money, and he would give me $1, and lunch was 85 cents, and he would reply before I walked out the door, "I want my change."
As the years rolled by, Earl kept saving what seemed like meaningless amounts. He started investing $25 each month into a mutual fund and did that consistently for 15 years. By the late 70s, his net worth was $25,000.
Later, as the children got older, he decided to play the stock market. And he bought one share, and, well, the rest is history.
He bought stock in blue chips like IBM and Coca-Cola that paid dividends, and
instead of taking the dividends and pocketing it, let it set or let it reinvest itself, and it increased my shares. And the more shares I had, the more dividend I had. Eventually, the more money I have down the road.
so where did this so-called slow learner learn so much about mutual funds and blue chips and dividend reinvestment plans?
We're going to split this year.
It all comes back to that parking lot. And this is my favorite part of Earl's story. You see, his lot is smack dab in the middle of a financial district where he picked the brains of brokers and bankers and lawyers for their financial advice.
What's going on? You got any advice for me today in the markets?
No, I'm just trying to find out something from you.
All right.
Talk to everybody and listen to advice that everybody give me and take it from there.
Earl, why don't we take a look at what you've got in the portfolio now and see.
Earl had trouble reading, so instead, he listened. He believed in the power of compound interest and stocks for the long haul, which brings us back to the present. Today, Earl's stock portfolio alone is worth more than $500,000. And yes, his house is paid for, and no, he doesn't carry any credit card debt.
I hope you enjoyed the video. So basically, I want to answer this question: how much do you need to invest in stock markets? Actually, it has divided opinions, but let me simply answer this in this way. There is no specific amount that you need to invest in stock market, especially in East African stock markets. Because, for example, if you're in Uganda, you even need less than 10,000 to start investing in stock market. If you're in Kenya, you even need less than Kenyan shillings 500. So that's how cheap the stock market it can be. So basically, there is no given amount that you need to start investing in stock markets. That's what is good about the stock market, because actually many people think investing in stock markets is for the rich, people who are educated, people who are studied economics, such kind of questions. So actually my channel is here to answer such kind of questions, also to demolish or destroy such kind of myth or misconception that stock market is for the rich. Because actually an amount, as you watch that video, the reason why I gave you to watch this video is because it has very many enriching lessons which you can draw from. He was earning less than $12 in USA, but if you know in Uganda or Kenya, actually as cheap as 500. So basically that's how stock market is. It doesn't need a lot of money. Actually, beyond the amount, I also want to discuss other factors besides money that are very, very crucial in succeeding to invest in stock market. One is time. I will instead and say time again and again. Time in stock market is very, very important. So the earlier you start, the better, because stock market works on the principle of compounding. So the more time you give your money or your stocks to grow, the more they accumulate wealth. Because historically, it's well known world over that stock markets do well over time. So if you want to invest in stock market, one, you have to give it time if you want your money to grow, especially if you're investing little money, as little as 10,000 Ugandan shillings or as little as 500 Ugandan Kenyan shillings. You need to give it time, because actually time is even more valuable than money, because money, time you cannot replace it, but money you can work hard and get it. So you need time besides the money. So second, you also need patience and discipline. As you saw, he was able to be patient for over 15 years, putting $25 per month. Yes, you actually in theory you may think it is little money, but when you invest it in a good company, the company that gives dividends, strong company, like they call them blue chip companies, that you're sure, or you assured that in 15 years it's going to be there. You're assured that when you invest and they are giving you dividends, your money will be growing over time. So that's another point to note. So another good point, besides the amount that you invest in is investing in dividend paying companies. So it's very actually for me, throughout my investing in stock market, I don't invest in companies that don't give dividends, because dividends is very, very important in as far as compounding your income is concerned. So besides the little money that you put in, it's always advisable to put your money in companies that pay part of their profits as dividends to you, because that money will be used to also grow your wealth. So that is simply how I can answer the question that how much do you need to invest in stock market. So thank you for watching, and if you're interested in my content, if you love what I do, if you love what I talk about, please do not forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notification, that in case I also release another video, you will always be able to be notified. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.